Это Leshiy 2. I hope I got this one right. Let's try again. This is the Edgun Leshiy 2. That's a gun no doubt many of you are familiar with. It's been around for quite a while now, but as the phrase goes, there are many like it, but this one is mine. I was absolutely dead set on having the black color version of the gun. Never been a huge fan of those red bits and pieces on the stock Leshiy 2. Here are some specs of the gun I have. It's 25 caliber, it tips the scales at 2.3 kilos unscoped, or that's a little over 5 pounds. It's 765mm unfolded and 465mm folded. It has a 350mm alpha precision barrel with no choke, on which I counted 10 grooves and the twist rate of which I could find no information about. Max fuel pressure is 300 bar or 4350 psi. The air tank has a volume of only 137 cubic centimeters, which is exactly why I'm getting a 350 cubic centimeters carbon fiber bottle as soon as they become available again. The plenum volume is 42 cubic centimeters, and I think that's pretty good. My gun also has the ear. That has nothing to do with my hearing organs, of course, and I actually think it stands for externally adjustable regulator. That's the only way you adjust the velocity of your gun, unless you're willing to play with the aftermarket set of nozzles they have for sale. Right now I've set the gun to 254 meters per second or 830 feet per second with the 34 grain JSB Mark 1. It can go higher than that, but it's already too much for the pest birds I usually go for. The regulator is set to 130 bar out of the box. You can actually install a pressure gauge right here if you'd like, so that you're always aware of what's going on with the pressure of the regulated part of your tank. At that setting, the gun gives me about 17 or 18 shots from a 250 bar fill before it drops off the reg, or that's a little over 2 full magazines, each one of which is 8 shots regardless of the caliber of the rifle. I must say I rather enjoy these new handles by Micarta. They come in various colors. I chose black to complement the overall look of my Leshiy. This part of the gun here is ballistic polymer, which I don't mind as it means less overall weight and no scratches left by a bipod or rough surfaces. The Picatinny rail is long enough to accommodate all kinds of scopes, even the long and heavier ones. The safety is in the trigger guard, and even though I'm not a fan of that sort of setup, I must say it's pretty easy and convenient to operate with. And talking about the trigger, it takes some getting used to. It's pretty stiff, it's not much great, and the manufacturer recommends that it's left at its factory setting of 510 grams or roughly 18 ounces pull. The pressure gauge is located at a very convenient place, unless you intend to go to war with this gun and use its butt pad as a weapon in close quarters fighting. This is how you reveal the filling port. And I also like the fact that you can insert your fill probe from either side. You fold and unfold the gun by pressing this lever here. And this red button on the other side detaches this entire section, thus making the rifle extremely compact and easy to carry around. Why doesn't this come in black too? A couple of magazine holders are held in place by O-rings at a part of the tube of your choosing. I wonder what happens to those when you install the carbon fiber tank though. Remains to be seen. This neoprene sleeve covers the reg adjuster and makes sure your cheek won't freeze in the cold or get burnt in the hot summer days. Here's how you load your magazines. First you have to remove this magnetic cover. Then you start loading the pellets or slugs. And once you're ready, you simply replace the magnetic cover. And hey, one more thing. I'd like to say thanks to Francisco from the Edgun Leshiy shop. Great service, quick delivery, definitely check his online store out. It's not just the guns there, but also a ton of cool shooting accessories. And no, this is not a paid partnership or a commercial. Now let me show you some footage of me punching holes in paper at the range. Well, the first group was not so great. These were the H&N slugs HP 28 grains, size .250. It started promising with these 3 or 4 shots right here, but then, well, you saw what happened. However, I think that with some more testing this gun might get to shoot slugs well. I think the issue here was the slugs being too slim for the Leshiy's magazine and traveling back and forth in it. The second group with the JSB 34 grainers is a really good one, I'd say, especially for a semi-automatic rifle. And here comes the real test, the Edgun Leshiy versus the Skyrats. Let's go! The cats have already noticed my presence and they're waiting. Okay, let me stop right here for a second. The sound that spooked the Skyrats, that's workers repairing a tin roof. The noise kept the birds on edge the entire day, so I couldn't shoot a lot of them on that outing. Well, not a lot of pigeons today at my permission, but I did manage to shoot a couple of colored doves. This one is the heavier one, it's the male, it's also bigger. There was a clean pass-through on both of them. The Leshiy packs a punch, and it wasn't an easy shot because they wouldn't stay still. They kept pecking grain and pebbles, but still managed to get them both. Yeah, that's the female. A clean pass through again. And there is a hungry cat again over there. I don't want to disappoint her. Yeah, I was thinking that I'd probably keep those doves for myself and put them straight in the pan as soon as I get home. But here it goes. She can have them. And now at the end of the day, some blinking. Unfortunately, I managed to damage the yellow one, so I don't imagine there's gonna be quite a pop there, but still, let's have some fun. The Leshiy 2 plus 34 grain pellets. That combo is no joke. The cat and the Leshiy say thanks, and I say catch you on the next one.